So before we start our lesson, we will do this question 15, page 273. The question said, determine whether each equation is an identity. If they are equal, identity. If they are not equal, then they are not identity. In question 15, we have a plus b all power 2 equal a power 2. And here is a question mark. They want us to determine if they are equal or not. Okay. So a power 2 minus 2ab plus b power 2. Now I will start with the right side and simplify it. A plus b all power 2 means a plus b multiply a plus b, right? So this is equal a plus b multiply a plus b. Now do distribution and multiply. A times a power 2, a times b, ab, b times a, ba, b times b, b power 2. Here we have like terms, right? So this is equal a power 2, here 1 and here 1, 2ab plus b power 2. Is this equal to this? No, we have minus here, so it is not identity. This is a question 15, and we did question 11, which was the longest question we did on the previous lesson. After this one, we are having a new lesson now, which is module 5, lesson 4, the remainder and factor theorem. The remainder and factor theorem, module 5, lesson 4. Done of this? Yalla, quickly. Done. Done. What? Okay, now in our new lesson, module 5, lesson 4. Module 5, lesson 4, the remainder and factor theorem. The remainder and factor theorems. Now we took division of polynomials, right? We took two types of division, which are the long division and the synthetic division, right? In the long division, something like this. Here is the dividend, right? Here is the divisor. Here is the quotient. And here is what? The remainder. This is in the long division, right? In the synthetic division, we did something like this. And the number here is what always? The remainder, right? Now, the remainder has theorem and the factor has theorem. Remember this, I'm talking about the value here or the value here, right? But in this lesson, we will use what? The synthetic division, mostly, okay? Now the factor, what is the factor? Now when I say 2 or 12 equal 6 multiply 2, right? Now the 2 and the 6, what we call them? Factors for 12. Focus. What you understand here, apply to the polynomials, Okay. Now, when I say 12 equals 6 by 2, 6 and 2, I call them factors of what? Of a 12. Means when I factorize x power 2 plus 5x plus 6, if you remember, x plus 2 with x plus 3, right? معناته this are factors for this, right? Right. Now, 6 and 2, we said they are what? Factors for 12. Divide 12 on 6. It is 2, 12. Subtract. The remainder is how much? 0. So if you divide the original expression on the factor, the remainder should be 0. That's why it is a factor. If you divide the 12 by 2, the other factor, صح? It will be 6, 12, subtract 0. This is 2. But is 5 is a factor for a 12? No, because if you divide the 12 by 5, you get 2, 10, subtract 2. You have remainder. You don't have 0 remainder, right? So when I know if this factor of this or no, make division. If the remainder is 0, then we call it factor. If the remainder is not 0, then it is not a factor. Okay? So here, equal this, multiply this, right? معناته هذول شو بنسميهم؟ Factors of this, right? Means if you divide this on this, the remainder should be 0. And the answer is the other one. Look here. 12 divided by 6, 2. 12 divided by 2, 6, right? So if you divide the original expression on one of the factors, the answer will be the other factors. Got it? For example, here, x power 2 plus 5x plus 6, if you divide it on x plus 2, the remainder is 0, and the answer is what? X plus 3. You understand? If you divide x power 2 plus 5x plus 6 on x plus 3, the remainder is 0 because it's a factor, and the answer is what? The quotient, x plus 2. Apply it here, you'll understand it there. 12 divided by 6, 2 with remainder 0. 12 divided by 2, 6 with remainder 0, right? Do you understand the whole idea? Now let's apply. Now let's go to the K concept at page 275. See it? We are in the first theorem. We are on page 275 at K concept down. Let's read together, guys. Read with me, please. Where's your book, mister? Do I teach you art? Yeah, 275. So let's wait our friend here until he opens his book and be ready with us and wasting our time. $275. We are in the K concept. See it? Key concept. For words, for a polynomial P of X and a number A. So ركز. We have a polynomial and what? A number. A polynomial and a number. So for a polynomial P of X and a number A, the remainder up on division by X minus A is P of A. Let's apply. ركز معي. For example, if I have this polynomial P of X equal, for example, x power 2 plus 7x plus 3, and I will divide this polynomial on x minus 5. Okay? Okay? So let's divide. Remember how we divide by synthetic division. We took the coefficients, then we take the number here, but we switch the sign, right? So here, 1, 7, and 3, right? And we make our lines like this, right? And we put my number here, x equal what? 5 here, right? Then this comes down, multiply with the answer and add. 5 times 1, 5 plus 7, 12, right? 5 times 12, 60, plus 3. So this is the answer, and this is the remainder, right? Right? So the answer here, we said power 2, power 1, subtract without power 1, right? So here will be 1x plus what? 12. This one, no need for it, Mishek. Leave this. Care about this here, which is what? The remainder. Now take the function and substitute normal substitution. In place of x, put 5. 5 power 2, right? 5 power 2 plus 7 multiply by 5 plus what? 3. Check. Yeah. 5 power 2, 25. 25 plus 35, 60. Plus 3, 63, which is the same of the remainder. Do you understand? So here I have a function, polynomial, and a number. To know the remainder, divide on that number with a factor, x minus the number. Yani if the number given is 7, you will divide on what? X minus 7, Sheikh. If the number is -3, you will divide on what? X plus 3. But you will use what here? The same number. You switch the sign. So here you have two ways to find the remainder. You can divide, or you can direct substitution. The substitution gives you the remainder directly. Do you understand? So the formula or the theorem said, saying what? Focus. For a polynomial p of x and a number a, ركز, it's in English language. For a polynomial p of x and a number a, the remainder upon division by x minus a is p of a. يعني the remainder of the division on x minus 5 is شو طلع معي؟ p of 5. الريميندر هو نفسه p of the number. Got it? So in general, if you have a polynomial p of x, hello, and you want to divide p of x minus a, you can find the remainder in two ways. You can make synthetic division. You understand me? And at the corner, you will find the remainder. Which here it was this one, the corner, right? Or you can what? Substitute directly p of a. Okay? Now the question sometimes asks you to find the division or to substitute or to find the remainder without determining the way. Okay, so it's up to you. It's up to you. Now let's see example 1. Example 1, see it? Synthetic substitution. Now, but we have a paragraph up on example 1, see it? Applying the remainder theorem to evaluate a function is called synthetic substitution. This p of a, what we call it? Synthetic substitution. Have a synthetic division. Okay, yes, it's a name only. Now let's see example 1. Example 1. So we are in example 1, page 276, right? In example 1, use synthetic substitution to find f of -3. We want to find f of what? -3, and the function f of x given -2x power 4 plus 3x power 2 minus 15x plus 9. I will use the division or the synthetic division. Okay, the synthetic division. I want to find the remainder. The question here is to find what? The remainder. The remainder is same of f of the number, right? شيك حكينا قبل شوي. So here f of -3 is the what? Remainder of dividing f of x by what? dividing f of x by what? ركزوا يا جماعة ركزوا. f of -3 is the remainder. Remainder means remainder of division, right? In the division, I will divide what by what? f of x, اللي هو function, by ايش? What is the factor? We don't know the factor, but by what? What's the expression I will divide on? By x plus 3. Go back to the key concept. Read the key concept. Only 1.5 line. Read. For a polynomial p of x and a number a here is what? -5. Sorry, -3. Do you see it? Will function f of x. So we have function f of x هي قدامك. و a is how much? -3. ركز شو مكتوب. For a polynomial p of x and a number a, the remainder up on division by what? X minus a. But a is negative, so it's by what? X plus a. بتصير لأنه minus 3. Do you understand? So let's find the synthetic division. So we will have what? The remainder. Let's divide. Synthetic division. -2. هذه power 4, right? Do we have power 3 in the function in your book? Do you have power 3? No. No. In place of power 3, I'll put what? We don't skip missing powers. We said that, right? So it's power 4. I need power 3, power 4, power 3, power 2, power 1, power 0. إذا power 3 مش موجود شو حطينا مكانه؟ 0. طيب. Power 2, 3. Power 1, -15. Power 0, 9. The constant is a polynomial of power 0 or monomial, right? Now make your lines. The number here will be our goal. صح? Yeah. So here the number what I will use here? -3. اللي هي x plus 3 equals 0, x equal -3, right? Or the same number, the given in the question. Now put the -2 down and do your multiply and add. -3 times -2, +6, plus 0, +6. -3 times 6, -18, plus 3, -15, right? -3 times -15, +45, minus 15, 30, but the 30 down, right? -3 multiply 30, -90, sorry. -90 plus 9, -81. This is what? The remainder. So the remainder is -81, which is the same of what? Of f of -3. So f of -3 equal what? -81. طب to check, how we check our answer? Substitute normally. Substitute. Use your calculator and substitute if you have. You have some calculators. Substitute. يلا with me. بسرعة يا نعيم. -2, open parenthesis. Parenthesis. -3, power 4. But the power outside the parenthesis, not inside. Plus 3, parenthesis, -3 power 2, power outside the parenthesis, minus 15 multiply -3, plus 9. The answer is how much? The answer should be -81. It should be the remainder. If not -81, then I have problem in my division. How much the answer, Ibni? -81. Do you got it? Now, if I give you a polynomial and I want you to find f of 6, You have two ways. You can put the 6 in the place of x and find the answer, and you can make division on this 6 and take the number in the corner. The remainder is the same, the value, right? But you will ask me a question, Mister, why we are doing that? If you want a value for a function, just substitute in place of x. What's the problem? Because we will use it later on to know if this is a factor or no. Now here the remainder is how much? Is x plus 3 a factor for this? No. If the remainder is 0, then this is what? A factor. This is the way, this is the idea for this one. You understand? Or maybe the question wants you to use the synthetic division to find the value of this f of negative 3. So at this case, if you substitute like your friend here, it will be wrong. So focus on the question, what the question wants. If the question asks you to find f of negative 3 using synthetic division, so you will use this way. If the question said this is f of x, find f of negative 3 points. You can substitute the negative 3 and you can use the division and take the remainder. You understand? Hope that. We are in the check after this example. See it? Look at the question. The question said what? Use synthetic, but do synthetic. بدوش normal substitution, okay? By the way, this we call it what? Synthetic substitution, huh? When we use synthetic division, tamam? Yeah, the question wants me to use the synthetic substitution, the synthetic division way. Let's see question, the question in the check. So we are in the check, page 276, after example 1. The question said, use synthetic substitution to evaluate f of x at f of 8 يعني بده صح؟ تحت شو بده؟ f of 8. f of 8. The question wants the value of the function at x equal 8. Okay? So I have f of x equal negative 6 x power 3 plus 52 x power 2 minus 27x minus 31, right? Is the function correct? The question wants me to use synthetic substitution. Use synthetic substitution to find mean f of 8. Okay? To find f of 8. So I will divide on 8. صح? The value in the remainder will be the value of f of 8. But how we check? Use calculator and substitute directly. The numbers will be the same, should be. Yeah, let's divide. Here power 3, صح? Power 3 means you need power 3, power 2, power 1, power 0. واحد منهم missing, شو بتحط مكانه? 0. From the highest degree to the lowest degree. So power 3, negative 6. Then we have power 2, we have power 1, and we have power 0, right? My number is what? 8. صح? Sorry, negative 31. Why did you put 8? The function wants the f of 8. The question wants f of 8. No, see the function, the question in front of you. وريه وين f of 8. بدنا f of 8. ولا خالتي اللي طلبت يعني؟ The question اللي بطلب. يلا, now negative 6 down, right? Same way, same steps. 8 by negative 6, negative 40. صح? Negative 48 plus 52, 4. ولا لا? 8 multiply 4, 32 minus 27, 5. 8 by 5, 40 minus 31, 9. So f of 8 equal what? 9. Okay. طب To check our answer, Mr. Naeem will use his calculator to replace x here by what? By 8. يلا. كم طلع؟ 9. Done? Do you understand? Again, you will see, Mr. بنشيل الاكس ونحط 8 ونخلص. I know يا Mr. But we will use this formula later. We will use this here, this number. It's very important. Okay? Because you can factorize quadratic equations, right? But with this formula or with this way, with this theorem, you can factorize power 4, power 5, power 6. Okay? So this is very important here. When, but what's the expression of this function or this idea is x minus 8, right? احنا اتفقنا x minus 8. Now, I divided on x minus 8. The remainder is not what? Not 0. Means x minus 8 is not factor. This is what I want to know. If this factor of this or not factor of this. But I'll tell you something. Assume that I know one factor of the 15 and I don't know the other factors. Okay, يعني احنا بنعرف the 3 and 5 are factors for the 15, صح؟ طب assume that the 15 and I know only the 5, I don't know the 3, and I ask you, what is the other factor of the 15? To find it, you what? So if you know factor and you want to other factor, you just make division. 15 divided by 5 gives the other factor, right? Same in the polynomial. If I know one of the factors, then I can know the other factors by dividing the original expression on the factor which I know already. But how I will know if this factor, if this 0, okay? Do you understand me? Yes. Hope that. So in example 2, يعني let's, I won't solve it in the board. Let's just read it together. It's applying only. In example 2, and Mr. Zaid, please be with me. The total production of eggs in billions in the United States can be modeled by the function. يعني كم بيطلعوا بيض بالسنة. عاملين function للموضوع هذا. F of x equals 0.007 x power 3 minus something x power 2 plus x plus number. See it? See the function? Good. Where x is the number of years since 2000, the year 2000. يعني هم من سنة 2000 عملوا هذا الفانكشن وخلوا الاكس هو number of the years. Okay. يعني if I want to know the number of the eggs in year 2010, so x equal what? 10. X represents the number of the years since 2000. The number of the years since 2000. طب I want the number of the eggs in the year 2009. So x equal what? 9. Got it? يلا. طب predict. شو يعني predict؟ Well, why they put function like this? Because to predict the next in the future. طبعا only our God knows everything, but in the science you can predict, like you predict the weather, right? صح؟ طيب. So here, predict the total of the production, the total production of eggs in 2025. Means x how much here? 25, right? So I will replace x and put what? Or I will use my synthetic division. Got it? So I want f of 25. اطلع synthetic division. They divide on 25, right? And the remainder is how much? It is not written in your book, right? يا مستر ويرياس انت اصلا مش فاتح على انت مش فاتح، يعني احنا بيج 276 وانت اي بيج 279. يعني مش طبيعي. طيب Now we have 3 empty lines down, right? عادي, use the division, use your calculator, similar ideas. The first number will be, write with me, 0.026. 0.026. I'm applying only. The second number will be 2.184. 2.184. The third number, which we care about, it is the remainder, right? The third number will be 139.355. 0.355. 139.355. This is f of what? 139.35. It is the f of 25. Got it? بليون. هذا مش يعني هو مش انهم بال 2025 حيطلعوا 139 بيضه يعني. مش معقول طول السنه او 25 سنه يطلعوا 139 بيضه، صح؟ x represent or f of x represent the number of eggs in billions. Okay, so down in 2025, approximately 139.355 billion eggs will be produced in the United States. Do you understand? Just normal application only. Okay. يعني the function is given. They want f of 25, صح? Here the function is given, and we want what? F of 8. Check. In the example, the function is given. They want f of 25, right? I make the division on 8 here, and there in the example, they make the division on what? In the example, on 25. Do you understand? Simple as that. I Muhammad Adil will tell you. What's the last number? Why? طب Ibrahim will tell you. What's the last number? See, this is what I mean. طيب, let's see the check together. See the check of this example. How many times we have? How many minutes? Sorry. Yalla, we can do it. Kittens. We are on the check. Kittens. The ideal weight of a kitten in pounds is modeled by the function, and the function is given, right? Don't write the function, just write the solution. We are in the check page 277. Good boy. Yeah, we are on the check page 277. Okay. بقول لك the ideal weight of a kitten in pounds is modeled by the function f of x equal 0.009 x to the power of 2 plus 0.127 x plus 0.377. مظبوط. X is what? Read. X represents what? The age. يعني البس لما يكون عمرها سنتين بيكون الايديال weight إلها should be كذا. عرفت؟ يلا. So X represents the age of a kitten in weeks. In weeks. يعني 30 weeks عمرها, 50 weeks. Okay, not years. طيب. Determine the ideal weight at a 9-week-old. Means x equals what? 9. بقول لك البسه هذه انولدت اليوم لما يصير عمرها 9 weeks. What is the ideal weight should be? By the way, we use it for our babies, for our children. When you have a baby, your mom or whatever, you have small baby, you need, if the baby has not in the ideal weight, then we have something problem, right? This is, we use that, but not for kittens. So here x is how much? 9-ish. So to know what is the ideal weight, just replace x by 9, or we will use our idea, which is the synthetic division. Here power 2, 0.009, 0.127, 0.377, right? Divided by mean by 9, right? This down. Calculator. يلا. لا هي 0.009 here. صح؟ هيك صح؟ طيب. This comes down. 9 times 0.009, how much? Here, 0.81 plus 0.127. متأكد. 0.208. Now, 9 multiply 0.208. 1.872 plus 0.377. 2.249. Are you sure? Yeah, 2.249. يعني approximated to 2.3. Okay, pounds, right? So this is the weight of this cat, the ideal weight, the healthy weight for this cat at what? After 9 weeks of birth. Okay, do you understand me? Yes. So the ideal weight .3 rounded to pounds. Okay. Yes. لا يزم. شو الحكي؟ Pounds. Okay, guys. I'll stop here. But tomorrow, see your next title. The factor theorem. Here we talk what today? The remainder theorem. Tomorrow, we will use this theorem to understand this theorem. But I already give you a hint. If the remainder is 0, then the divisor is a factor. Do you understand? Hope that's all for today.